Welcome to Done Different. I'm Billy D, and today we've got a story time about a Karen in my yard. But first, I want to thank you guys for the 1,000 subscribers. Wanted to thank you guys about that back in January, but that's when all this happened, so I was not able to get a video out thanking you guys for the 1,000 subs. Been working real hard over the last few years to get to that point, and very appreciative of you guys watching these videos, sharing these videos, commenting, liking, doing everything to help grow my channel. And hopefully I will continue to grow and get you guys quality content. Also, I have released 2 videos on the Metro build. If you haven't watched those, make sure you watch those after you watch this video. They're kind of boring, but the next couple of videos in the Metro series, not boring at all. In fact, they're pretty, in my opinion, pretty exciting videos. The 3rd and 4th installment will be coming Monday and Wednesday. I'm going to try to do a 3-day a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 a.m. upload schedule for you guys over this next few months, definitely over the next few weeks. I have a bunch already filmed on the Metro. I've got like 6 more episodes that are already filmed, edited. They'll be coming out over the next few weeks, so make sure you're subscribed so you catch those. Let's go ahead and hop into some footage of me cleaning up the yard and getting some things organized at the shop, and basically just some overall yard and property clean up. And here at the end of the video, I'll explain to you guys why all this is happening. Well, I've got the Suburban pulled out, and my buddy is going to be here in about 10 minutes to pick it up. He is also going to be picking up the black Suburban, probably going to have to make that in 2 trips. I can't even get it started right now, but sold them to him for a pretty good deal. Not exactly sure what he's going to do with them. I'm assuming he's probably going to pull the motors and build them into race engines. Have no idea, but they're going to be off my property, and that's really all I care about right now. We'll go ahead and roll that footage of getting the Lightning loaded up. City. And just like that, the last GMT 800 is off the property, or about to be. Man, I'm gonna miss that truck. Had some great times at Gamblers, some great times with the family, but gotta get it off the property. There she goes. I know I haven't told you guys exactly why I'm doing all this yet. I will. Stay till the end of the video. I know this is kind of probably all discombobulated at this point, but I got a few other things to do. Got to get these cars gone. That stays. Other cars on the other side there. Got to get a lot of this stuff moved. Going to continue getting things cleaned up. See you guys here in a minute. Well, that's what's left after the first round with the crane truck, about 2/3 of it. This is actually the end that still has some of the more decent ones on it, like the bodies on these Jeeps. The motors are toast on those. The body on that's probably not bad. The Power Wheels bodies are actually way better than like the other brands in terms of being brittle and cracking. But you can see here, like this stuff just breaks apart. Super easy. Look at this one. That was a whole one of those white cars that's just completely destroyed from sitting out in the sun. And as you can tell, there's no wiring. Most all of these were displays at places like Walmart and Target and whatnot. But yeah, that's what's left. So, on to the story of why I had to clean up my yard. Basically, it boils down to this. The only way, and I found this out through the city inspectors that came to my house, the only way that they will come out and really enforce anything is if somebody calls the city and complains on you. There are some new construction houses in the neighborhood that just went up. Now, I don't have definitive proof that it was these people or their real estate agents, but I'm fairly certain that that's the case, and I'm not out here throwing shade at anybody. Like, that's actually a common tactic for real estate agents, is to get a house listed and then drive around the neighborhood and call a bunch of violations in to clean up the neighborhood so that they can sell their houses for top dollar. Again, I can't prove this, but pretty sure that's what happened. My neighbor got called on as well, and one other person on the street, up the street, got called on. So this was obviously coordinated, and it is what it is. It needed to be cleaned up, so that's what we did. City came out. There were two people on my property in my backyard that didn't ask for permission to come on, and were in my backyard. And I walked out and asked them who they were and what they were doing, and really wasn't sure like what the protocol is for city employees and that kind of stuff. So conversated with them. They told me what I was violating. There was a couple things that they pointed out, stuff I knew I needed to get cleaned up, stuff I had planned on cleaning up this March and April, but with it being 0 degrees outside, I had no intention on trying to get it cleaned up in the middle of January. and February, it was just as cold for quite a bit of time. But we did it. We got it all cleaned up, did exactly what they wanted, what I wanted, what they wanted plus more. This is a scrap pile. I already took a whole bunch of other scrap, but this is some like aluminum and some other scrap that I'll be taking care of. Let me know in the comments, you guys, if you want me to do scrapping videos. I've been doing quite a bit more of it lately, and probably will start doing it even more than that. If you guys want to see those videos, I'll post them for you. Let me know in the comments below. So anyway, they wanted me to get the yard cleaned up, and they gave me a month's time to do it. I got it done. I'll interlace footage showing you what it looked like before and while we were working and whatnot. But basically, all the cars, minus the Honda, that's coming off soon. Gonna start working on that. Be a video about that too. Needs an alternator and wheel bearings. We'll get to that here in a couple of weeks. But as you can see, Suburban's gone, Monte Carlo is gone, S10 is gone, Blazer is gone and in the shop in El Reno. Black Suburban is gone. So I got rid of a few cars. I put some other cars like in my shop and other places that are off property or not in the open. So the RV they didn't have an issue with, so it gets to stay, which I was kind of surprised, to be honest. Any of the other stuff that we have, they didn't have any problems with, but it was that. And then one thing that was viral on TikTok, thought was kind of funny, was my pile, which I'll show you guys now, of Power Wheels that I put along the curb to have the city come get. But they were all back here. I don't know if you guys remember these in the background of some of my pool videos and garden box videos. But the whole back part of my property was basically covered in 100 Power Wheels. And the reason for that is, as I've explained in multiple videos before, that I did that as a side business a long time ago. I got a deal on a whole bunch of different Power Wheels for cheap. Bought them, stripped some stuff, sold it. My intention was to strip all the good stuff and sell it. And I stripped all the good stuff and I sold a little bit, but didn't make a ton of money on it. So moved on to the next thing, as I do. And I still had those back here. My plan was to take those to a downhill event or create a downhill event and let people crash them and then toss them. But unfortunately, because the city came by and said that I had to have these certain things done by a certain time, I decided it was easier just to put them out for bulk trash and let the city charge me to take them away, which, by the way, I want to say it was $169, $269. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't much compared to if I would have loaded them on my trailer and made 6 or 7 trips to the dump, paid each time I went to the dump. It would have cost hundreds. If I would have had a rollback come out here, it would have taken 2, maybe 3 trips with a rollback to load a rollback dumpster to load them with all those Power Wheels, and it would have cost me over $1,000 easy. So it just made sense for me to put them out the curb, which is why they went viral on TikTok and a couple of shorts here on YouTube. But yeah, that was my collection from those days of stripping the parts and whatnot. That was basically it. We got those cleaned up. We got the cars gone. There was a few other things, some wood piles and whatnot that we got taken care of. As you can see, we did quite a few burns to get a lot of that old lumber and all of the brush and whatnot that we had to deal with, which, by the way, we have a ton more that I'm going to have to deal with. But basically, things are way more cleaned up than they were. And, it's always an ongoing project, no matter what. It's like you always have something to be working on when you have an acre, no matter what. So, yeah, so that's where that stands. So I later found out from a family member who is also a city inspector here in Oklahoma City, but for a different kind of inspection. I'm not going to go into it, but they do a similar job and they're on people's properties and whatnot. And this person told me straight up, they are not allowed to walk onto your property unless you invite them, or of course they have a warrant. But evidently they go through training every couple of years, talking to them about what they should and shouldn't do when it comes to private property. Either these people didn't go through that training or whatever, but I was definitely shocked when they were on my property and didn't ask for permission and then proceeded to tell me I had to clean up my yard. So this person that I know that's an inspector straight up told me, if this happens again, now that it's all dealt with and cleared, if this happens again, call the cops on them or tell them they're trespassing, because they are. And if I fix my front fence and put up a new fence, then it would completely eliminate the need to even have to tell people that. So that's definitely some projects that we're going to work on here in the future. We got more videos coming out soon on the Metro. Also, I bought a Saturn. I drove it for a little bit, and then it conked out on me one day when it was like 5 degrees. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was just water in it and it froze and now I have a crack in the block or what. But that's also something that we will get to here on the channel soon. Got lots of content coming for you guys here in the near future. Make sure you're subscribed, like, comment, all that good stuff. Again, thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. I will see you guys in the next one. Billy D cleaning up on out of here. Peace.